What up with you, bro?
Yeah, what up with you?
Nothing much, nothing much. Let me see. What up, good people? All right. There we go, there we go. We in the building.
What up? What up? What up?
Nothing much, nothing much, man. I'm on my break. So, uh I hate it's gonna be the way it is gonna be for me. I gotta go back to work.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather talk sports with Jeff in the public, but it's gonna go. It's gonna go.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, bro. Yep. So, I would say you're gonna talk about Michigan.
Yeah, I would. I'm leading off with it, man. I'm gonna lead off with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go on and hit it and quit it.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
For
So
sure.
I'm gonna go ahead. There go a comment right there, Mr. Dre B in there.
Trey B,
Uh,
what I do?
yeah. If you want Dre B to join, man, let me know. I'll send him an invite to join in.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, or you got the invite code, so yeah, you can do all that. I'm gonna go ahead and get on off. Get ready to go on back to work.
For sure, man. Don't work too hard.
Yeah. Oh, they got me already, bro.
Oh, dang.
Much
Already.
love, much love.
Yes, sir.
Salute, bro. I'm gonna check you out.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. I gotta remember because I don't want to end the show. Yeah, I think I just do it like this. I'm just gonna get out.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. That was Jordan. That was the boy J Jack. What to do, sports talk. It's your boy Jay Bulls in the building. Man, glad to see y'all on. Man, man, I look forward to these every week. You know what I mean? So glad to, all the support that we get, man. We appreciate y'all coming on with us, rocking with us. Shout out to everybody in sports talk, everybody that's viewing us in other ways on YouTube, listening to us on the podcast, man. We appreciate y'all, man. If you got any comments, man, what y'all want to talk about, let me know. Got any comments? You got any things you wanna go over, man? We can kick it for sure. Just put those comments in the comment section, man, and we'll cover whatever. You know what I mean? Let me peek into the comment section right now. Trey B, I see you up in there. What it do? What it do? Uh, I see another Facebook user that's in there. I can't see your name, man. Pro tip: for us to see your comments here on our show, go to streamyard.com/Facebook. That's streamyard.com slash Facebook. You can give them all you're doing is giving them the permission to use your name, to use your basically your Facebook name and your Facebook profile picture. That's all it's doing, and that way we'll be able to see who you are when you're commenting. Man, Dre, yeah, I come out the gate. You know what I mean? Michigan, man, we was up and down all season. We was up and down all season, and you know what I mean? That was one of them games where we were inconsistent. Um, and you can't do that against a good team like Villanova, man. And they caught us slipping and they got us up out of there. Um, but other than that, man, I'm not, as a Michigan fan, I'm not, down about it because I felt like, we were playing with house money at that point. We were playing with house money. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't even have us in the tournament, which was kind of asinine to me. You know what I mean? We had the resume to be in a tournament, and that's why the selection committee put us in rather easily because we played a good out of conference schedule. We beat some top tier teams, so uh, you know we deserve to be in, and we put in some work, but we couldn't make it past the Sweet 16. So on the next year, you know what I mean. Checking these comments, think that said. What up, said OG? What it do? What it do? That's my dude right there. Uh, that's my dude right there. Uh, what's going on y'all way, man? You know what I mean? we can cover whoever. You know what I mean? Just hit me up in them comments, man, and we'll cover whatever. Let's see, Dre. Yeah, that's it right there. Them inconsistencies, man. We were inconsistent, and that's what's gonna happen with a young team. I mean, in the tournament we started three freshmen. You know what I mean? So, I'm not gonna have the same expectations I would have for a team that got a bunch of seniors on it. Like that ain't even how it worked, man. But I tell you what that young boy Frankie Collins grew up real quick. You know what I mean? And he gonna be the man next year. You know what I mean? Frankie Collins, um, you know, and even Houston, man. I know a lot of people gave him a lot of flack this year, but again, freshman. Like, I understand. He's a 5-star, and we put these expectations on 5 stars when they come in. You know what I mean? We think they gonna be Zion Williamson or something. Every single 5-star ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? Uh, and I expect him to step his game up too. So we got a lot of returning cats that's gonna come back, and we're gonna be right back in the mix. So ain't no worries this way. You know what I mean? Um, yep, Sid. Yeah. Yep, missed free throws, missed layups. You know what I mean? All that hurt us. So, um, but we had a decent run. Man, Dre. Man, my boy Cade balling, man. Cade balling, and you know what I mean. A lot of people are eating crow because you know what I mean. At the beginning of the year when he had his injury and he started slow, and people was like, "Is he a bust?" And it's like, chill out, dog. Like get a young dog a chance to cook a little bit, and once he started cooking, he been cooking ever since. And you know what I mean. That kid gonna be a star. You know what I mean. He gonna be a star. You know what I mean. He gonna be in All-Star games, and you know what I mean. We well on our way. You know what I mean. And not only Cade, but you know what I mean. We got some nice young pieces on that team. We got some nice young pieces on that team. Got Sadiq Bey. Um, and we got a lot of repick that's coming. We got a lot of repick that's coming as well. So we gonna add a little bit more firepower to the team, and you know what I mean. You're gonna see us make some noise real soon, real soon. I'm feeling pretty good about Cade and Detroit, man, for sure. Um, yeah, look out for us next year for sure. Um, Man, again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. This your boy Jeff. You watching Sports Talk Live. Man, great to have y'all on. Man, love to kick it with y'all about whatever, man. Lions, Tigers. Even though I got my, I'm still boycotting baseball until my boy Lou is in the Hall of Fame. So until then, I don't care about no baseball, man. Forget them Yankees. What I said. Uh, yeah, sure. I don't. I'll pay attention from the spar from afar. But you know what I mean. I ain't really paying attention. Said Michigan football. Said talking about Michigan football spring practice going well, man. Uh, we're pretty loaded. Especially on offense. We got a lot to replace on defense, but it ain't gonna be a bad thing. It ain't gonna be a bad thing at all. We got some young dogs on D2. Um, are they gonna be as good as the defense was this year? Might be a slight drop off, might be, but it won't be much of a drop off at all. But so we gonna upgrade on offense a little bit. We gonna be really loaded on offense. So it'll allow the defense to fall back a little bit, but we ain't gonna fall back that much at all. We got a new defensive coordinator, which worked with the previous defensive coordinator in Baltimore. Same system, so ain't really no turnover, ain't really no learning curve. He bringing the same thing, literally the same defense. So we ain't got to worry about them learning a new defense or anything like that. Um, so now you just got some good carryover with some nice young cats on the team, man. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right for sure. Then the schedule a little bit easier too. So, um, we'll probably jump out the gate 4, 5, 6-0 probably. You know what I mean? Uh, and then we'll see what we got from there. But looking good right now. The only thing I didn't, that's kind of a downer, is McCarthy got a shoulder injury. Um, so he's dealing with that. So he ain't really doing nothing in the spring. They basically rehabbing him. So, that sucks. I can't, I wanted to see him. All you Michigan fans, our spring game is next Saturday, just so you know. Next Saturday, which is also my birthday. So I'm going to be down there in Ann Arbor on my birthday, watching my boys, you know what I mean, at the big house, man. I can't wait. Let's see what you got let's see Notre Dame, y'all just building depth on offense. Defensive Marcus Freeman needs to take. Yeah, man. And that was a great hire. That was a great hire. Marcus Freeman, a nice young coach, man. You know, I'm glad to see him get that opportunity. You know what I mean? Because as y'all know, young black coaches don't get many opportunities. So to see him get that job, man, that made me happy, man. I was glad that they didn't overlook him, because you know how it goes sometimes. Uh, the black coaches often get overlooked, especially if he a coordinator, he already there. You know what I mean? And they go out and look for another coach, and then he got to interview with a new coach to see if he can keep his coordinator job. I'm glad that they promoted him to head coach, man. And I think he's gonna do some great things. I think he's gonna do some real great things, for sure. Yep, definitely a great hire. Great hire for sure. Kind of got football fever, man. Uh, so it'll be good to go to the spring game next week, man. And get some of that, get some football in my veins a little bit, for sure. Uh, Man, again, uh, thanks to all that's tuning in. You're watching Sports Talk Live with your boy Jeff. Uh, Hit me with some comments, man. If you got anything you want to talk about, we can talk about them bum Lakers. Shout out to my Laker fans in Sports Talk. Um, we can talk about NFL free agency, man. Man, they've been going wild with that. Um, the rest of the NCAA tournament, man. North Carolina was balling yesterday. That was the only game I got to watch live, and man, they were balling for sure. Um, you know, North Carolina, you know, um, they took care of business yesterday. Got that dub. Got to the Elite Eight. We down to 8 now. ACC got North Carolina and Duke in there. Um, Man, Purdue choked as usual. Put them on my list. Do not trust teams in the NCAA tournament. Man, cannot trust them dudes, man. Uh, can't trust Purdue. Can't trust Gonzaga. Them boys, they took their hot L too. You know what I mean? Uh, Man, just been March is always great for sports, man. So it's always good to man, just be tuned in to some great sporting events. Shout out to my Michigan ladies. The Michigan ladies made the Sweet 16. Shout out to the Michigan Wolverine, them lady Wolverine. Yes, sir. My guy Dre. What up, Dre? What up, Dre? That's my dude right there, man. Always love. Yeah, man. Caleb Love went off, man. Went off, man. I mean, he was on fire, and that was great TV to see, man. I mean, it was real good to see him go off like that, man. It was crazy. I mean, full heat check. He was just coming up. He was just coming down, like just pulling. You know what I mean? Uh, and that was a man, one of the best clutch performances that we've seen in the tournament in a while. Um, Man, I see you said Kentucky ain't on my list quite yet. I know y'all gonna come back next year with probably 4 or 5 stars, man, and be right back. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't gonna be out of the Elite Eight and Final Four for too long. So, it's all about Coach Callen and who he get. You know what I mean? So I ain't got y'all on the list yet. When y'all have a good team, y'all usually go far. So um, no, y'all ain't on the same list as Purdue. Per don't really, man. But man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Always love, appreciate the support. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, man? Put it in the comments. Shout out to my peeps in Sports Talk. I ain't been in there too much today, but I know after this I'm gonna go in there see what y'all talking about. I know y'all got something going on up in there. It's just a matter of what it is. Any of y'all that ain't in the Sports Talk group yet, man, y'all better get in there because we have a ball every day, every day in there. We're talking about something. Somebody team lose and they team getting clown. That's just how it goes. So, you know, I'll warn you. You know what I mean? If you can't take the good with the bad, you know what I mean. If you're only a front runner, you know what I mean. You only can come in a sports group when your team win, but you don't show up when your team lose. Then sports talk might not be for you. But you know what I mean. If you got what it takes, man, come on in and join our group, man. We have a good time. We talk about sports and we clown. We have, man. It's a great experience to be in there. We've been at this, man, for double-digit years, man. Man, over 10 years, almost 15 years, and we've been at this for a good minute, man. And it's never a dull day in sports talk. That's for sure. uh, said you said Cal better make it to the Elite Eight. Hey, I don't blame you, man. Put that pressure on. You know what I mean? That's what us fans do. We have certain expectations of our team. You know what I mean? And if they don't live up to it, they're gonna hear about it. So, hey, you know what I mean? That's the standard, man. Hold him to it. Um, I kind of feel the same way about Michigan. I feel like at the very least, we should be right back in the Sweet 16 next year. And depending on how our incoming recruits come along, we might go a little farther. But for damn sure, we should be at a minimum back in the Sweet 16. We made it 5 straight years this year. Next year we should be making it 6 straight. So that's what I expect. Dre, man, St. Pete, they looking for real. They looking for real. They ain't just, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you get them teams that just get hot in a tournament and they just hit everything from three. Well, they don't play like that. They are playing very poised. They're playing very poised, man, and they run their stuff, and they play like a veteran team, man, and they um, it ain't luck for them being there, and Coach Holloway is doing an excellent job. He ain't gonna be there that long. Somebody gonna pluck him off. You know what I mean? Real quick. You know what I mean? Real quick. I want to say Seton Hall wanted him, and I think he's from that area, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he goes. You know what I mean? But he ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there for long. Uh, he ain't gonna be there for long at all. Um, let's see. See, class A final. Yeah, man. Man, I missed them games, man. But shout out to Mike Thomas and Grand Blanc. I think they lost today, but man, Mike Thomas, a good young coach, man. From Saginaw High, fellow Trojan. You know how it is. Shoot, and I think he the only coach in Michigan history that won a Class A title at 2 different schools. So shout out to Coach Mike, man, and his logo. Got to get it. You know what I mean? That's his brand. You know what I mean? So uh, great season, man, and I know they're gonna be right back. I want to say they're a junior laden team, so all them kids are coming back. So they're gonna be right back with it. They're gonna be probably right back at Breslin next year for sure. Um, let's see. You watch the kid that's gonna be a junior next year that is committed to. So he's gonna be a junior next year. That is committed. Um, trying to think. I know it's a young cat. I know it's a young cat down in Georgia. It's a guard. And that kid, if that's the same kid I'm thinking of, that kid is a scoring machine, man. He's a scoring machine. Um, Glad Juwan got him. I'll say that much for sure. Yep. Yeah, we probably talking about the same person, Dre. Yeah, that kid averaged like 30, and he's like, I don't even think he's hit his growth spurt yet. You know what I mean? So, wouldn't be surprised about the time he get to Michigan, he's over 6 feet. I think he's like 5'9". Yeah, he's about 5'9" now. I think his pops is like 6'4" or something like that. So I think they waiting on that growth spurt. um, yeah, I think his pops is like 6'4" or something like that, 6'4", 6'5". So they think he's gonna get taller. So, but as is, that kid can score, flat out score, man. And he looks smooth out there, like he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't out of control. You know what I mean? That's what you see in a lot of young guards sometimes. They be out of control, they be helter skelter. That kid play under control. He play his own game. You know what I mean? I like seeing players like that that have their own pace. You know, they play at their own pace. They don't allow the defense to speed them up. You know what I mean? Like he plays at his own pace, and I like that in him. That kid's gonna be really good, and hopefully, by the time he get to Ann Arbor, you know what I mean. He might get a little stronger, and you know what I mean. He'll be even greater once he get there. Man, uh, yeah, he's a couple of your son. Okay, okay. Yeah, hey, that AAU circuit is something serious, man. Something serious for sure. Um, man, what's good out there? What's good out there, man? What's going on in the sports world? That y'all want to talk about? Um, see, he knocked down. Okay, I, I bet. Yeah, that kid can score, man. He can really score. Um, on all three levels. I've seen him shoot from deep, see him get to the rack. You know what I mean? I see him pull up with a little floater, a little mid range game too. So, yeah, he got the tools, man. He really got the tools. Um, I was when Jawan got him last year. You know, I'm like, who is this who is this sophomore that he done locked up already? Like I figured he had to be good for him to take a commitment from him that early. I'm like, wow, okay, like he must be something serious. So, um, and I've had a chance to see him since then. Um, yeah, he's something serious. I'm gonna have to send my Georgia peeps to see him. Shout out to my boys DeMarco down there. Um, I have to send y'all on a sports talk road trip, scouting trip. Get us some footage. I know it's on YouTube, but we can get us some exclusive sports talk footage. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Like I say, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Uh, man, we have a good time in here. Appreciate y'all support. Um, we like I said, we in the middle of a real good, real good space in sports where you got the NCAA tournament, you got baseball starting, you got spring football, got a lot of good things going on, and of course the NBA is still going. You know, NBA will be around till June, so we in a good spot, man, where we got some good sports action. Uh, let's see. Uh, see, after seeing tourney performances, any new thoughts on Smith, Ivy, or Banchero? Man, I'll say, I was on Ivy for a minute. Uh, I felt like he might be the better fit, and he might be the better fit still next to Cade. But this last game kind of soured me, man, because he couldn't even get around them cats a lot. Um, so I don't know. It might make me lean towards Smith a little bit, or maybe Paolo, maybe. Um, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the off season, or what they want to do um, with trading Grant. That if they can trade him, because they've been talking. I seen an article that's saying Portland is basically dangling their lottery pick out there for Grant. If we can get 2 lottery picks, it'll probably now we really cooking with hot grease. You know what I mean? 2 lottery picks, man. Could we get Smith and Paulo? You know what I mean? Like, and that would be incredible, man. They would, man, that would be incredible. Um, but yeah, Ivy kind of fell off to me a little bit, after seeing him in the tournament, especially in this last game where they lost to St. Pete. Just you ain't, you a top player, man. You can't lose that game, man. Can't lose that game. Um, Hey, I wouldn't be mad at Smith, Dre. I wouldn't be mad at Smith at all. Wouldn't be mad. That's he has some incredible upside. So to see him, Cade, 6'7", 6'8", Smith 6'10", he can play 2, 3, 4. Wouldn't be mad at it at all. Wouldn't be mad. Let's see, Dre. Uh, Yeah, man. New York lifting that that protocol. Yeah, that was all about the Yankees, man. That's all it was, and it's so obvious. It's so obvious. You know what I mean? This whole time, you know what I mean? They wouldn't let Kyrie on the floor, but now here we are in baseball season. Now New York all of a sudden has a change of heart to lift that protocol. I mean, but yeah, I agree with you too. It gets Kyrie on the floor, so that's all that matters. And I'm anxious to see how the Nets finish the season. You know what I mean? Right now they on fire too. You know, Kyrie and KD is just lighting it up, man. Um, and that's now they like must see TV at this point. To see them cats on the court. Um, they really lighten it up. I hate that um I hate that Ben Simmons is hurt, because I wanted to see him in the mix as well, because I feel like he fits really, really well with them. He doesn't need the ball, but he can handle the ball, and you can have Kyrie and KD off the ball like that. That would be crazy. Um, but hopefully we get to see him when he come back. Uh, Vail, yeah, it's a depth move. Yeah, it's a depth move for sure. The Lions signed Jared Davis. Um, they signed him to a 1 year, like $6 or $7 million deal. Like, yeah, it's a depth move. Um, you know, I think this is a better staff for him too, and I think they'll use him. You know what I mean? Situationally, I don't think he's going to be a 3 down linebacker. Like, I think they're gonna use him in obvious rundowns, or in situations where they want to blitz, because he's a great blitzer. He's not a good cover linebacker. So chances are you see him on the field, the Lions feel like they're either gonna run the ball or they feel like it's an obvious pass down and they want to blitz. and that he's more of a situational linebacker than anything. Um, and we'll continue to see what they do. I'm interested to see how the NFL draft shakes out too. Because of course the Lions, we're thinking it'll be Hutchinson at 2, but now it's been some talk about Hutchinson at 1, and what I mean, where do we go if Hutchinson isn't on the board at 2? That I think that's why you're starting to hear that quarterback talk, which I don't like. I don't like it, but in a way, I understand it. I think they want to. I think they want to have a plan if Hutchinson isn't on the board. And if Hutchinson isn't on the board, and then people start to think that they'll draft a quarterback, the team that actually wants that quarterback will want to move up. I think that's kind of the chess game they're playing with it. Like, if we can get some quarterback talk up here, we can get some trade talk. And I think, if Hutchinson's not on the board, if Jacksonville takes him at 1, obviously, the Lions will want to move down. They'll want to move down at that point. And to move down, you got to have a partner. You got to have somebody that's willing to trade with you, or it's got to be somebody that somebody wants to come up and get for them to be able to move down. And right now, I think most teams in that top 10 just feel like the board is going to fall how they want it to fall. So you gotta you gotta shake it up a little bit. You gotta throw some rumors out there. You know what I mean? That's kind of what they do. You know what I mean? Throw some rumors out there and hope that somebody bite and somebody get desperate, somebody get a little antsy and say, you know what, I got to trade up. I think that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, Dre. I think this draft is going to be real crucial, man. And I think they'll hit all of those. I think I want to say we have 5 picks in the top 100. You got to hit those. You got to hit those. And you know what I mean? Of those 5, man, give me 3 starters. Give me 3 starters. If not 4, but man, give me 3. Got to give me 3 starters out of that. You know what I mean? We can't settle for less. I mean, and if they're not a starter, I mean, once you get like to the 4th round or something, and if you feel like you want to take some developmental quarterback, whoever's on the board, or I don't know. But this is I think they're gonna hit wide receiver once at least. Because you really, we signed the one cat from Chark from Jacksonville, which looks like a good, he looks like a good prospect. But you still, with Chark, and then you have St. Brown, and then you got Reynolds. You know what I mean? Like that wide receiver room needs some help. It really does. Man, but we'll see how it goes. I agree. It is a weak quarterback year. I mean, next year is the quarterback year. So, I wouldn't be mad if they don't. I would even say I hope they don't take a quarterback at all. Like, for what? You know what I mean? Like you just rolling with Goff again for another year, and you can get I think they signed David Blau, our backup. So, you know what I mean? Like, just roll with that. But we really gotta. I mean, personally, I want them to hit defense really heavy. Because that's in the draft is the only way you really improve on defense. Like you don't get real help in free agency when it comes to defense. People don't let their good defensive players go, and that's why I'm skeptical. You you got defensive guys that are out there in free agency. You got Honey Badger that's out there. You got Wagner out there, and I don't trust none of them. When teams let their players go to free agency, something is wrong. They got some type of lingering injury. It's something. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't touch none of them with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, Vail, man. Yeah, that's a tough one for Ojabo. I, I haven't heard much about the injury. I know it's a Achilles. I'm hoping it's not a tear or a rupture, but maybe a strain. You know what I mean? And that'll get him back on the field. About time training camps and stuff roll around. It'll probably hurt him in the draft a little bit, but somebody gonna get a player. You know what I mean? And it'll probably be funny. It'll probably be somebody like New England. You know what I mean? Like, they Bill Belichick always, crafty like that. And teams will run away from a player that's injured like that, and he'll be like, "I'll take him." And next thing you know, he in the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that, or Baltimore or somebody like that. The teams that always have great defenses, they get players just like this. You know what I mean? A player, either has a injury or has a asterisk on his record some type of way, and teams pass them up, and then the typical teams that always win, they get a player, they get another player, and I'll never understand it, man. Like, I'll never get that. Like, this is football. This isn't the Girl Scouts. This isn't the choir. You know what I mean? This is a blood sport. Like, can he play football? If he can play football, okay, draft him. Like, I'll never understand this morality stance. It's football. They're trying to knock each other's heads off. Like, I don't, no disrespect to anybody, but I don't want a choir boy. I want somebody that'll knock somebody's head off. I want somebody that can catch the ball. I want somebody that can throw the ball. It's football. It's a blood sport. For sure, for sure. So, man, shout out to everybody that's on. I see I got a couple people still on. Man, thank y'all for tuning in to Sports Talk Live. Appreciate all the support. Man, if you have any sports takes, any sports topics you want to cover, man, shoot me a comment, man, and we'll talk about it. Man, any boxing on this today? I haven't even really looked, man. I don't know if any fights are on tonight. Anybody know if any fights are on tonight? Saturday nights are usually fight night, so I ain't really into UFC too tough, but I'll tune in. I'm more of a boxing guy, man. That's what I came up on. The sweet science is that deal to me. You know what I mean? I've never quite gotten into UFC. I don't know. I just mixed martial arts. Just I don't know. It's something. It's something that I watch sometimes, and sometimes, most of the time, I don't. I just love boxing, man. Quick plug. Shout out to my nephew, Jermaine Franklin Jr., up and coming heavyweight, still undefeated. He just announced, man, that he's gonna have a fight pretty soon, man. So looking forward to seeing him back in the ring. I want to say he said he may fight in May or June. Whenever I get the information, man, I'll be sure to share it with y'all, man. But just happy to see him back in the ring, doing what he loves, doing what he's good at, and he'll be he'll have a title shot here pretty soon. Once he gets back in the ring and once he reminds people of what he can do, he'll be right back in the mix for sure. So, man, looking forward to that. Checking to see if any comments out there, man. Other than that, man, just man, thank y'all for tuning in. thank y'all for always supporting us, man. You know, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all tune in, man, and y'all kick it with us. So, man, I'm just enjoying being able to talk sports with y'all and kick it. Um, man, I ain't had none of my Laker peoples come on yet, man. Where y'all at? Y'all usually jump on for a minute, man. Looking for my Laker people, man. Where y'all at? All my Brownites. Shout out to the Brownites in the group. Um, man, here to give y'all a hard time a little bit. Y'all ain't coming on, man. Where y'all at? Yeah. But man, it's been a pretty fun year in sports, man. I know with my teams in particular, my Pistons are up and coming. You know what I mean? They showing promise. Um, you know, to any of y'all that's out there, man, who y'all got winning the NBA title? And that's something I've been trying to pay attention to just to see, just to try to get a feel of who may be, that team that'll go all the way. And I don't know, I've kind of gone back and forth this year. For a while, I was thinking the Warriors uh, and then Phoenix. Man, Phoenix been balling. They've been balling. So, and of course Milwaukee's still in the mix. Uh, you know, so I'm interested to see how this is going to go this year with who actually will win the NBA title, man. It's looking like it's pretty wide open. Um, Looking like it's pretty wide open. So usually when it's a wide open like that, man, it's the playoffs, the NBA playoffs is usually must see TV. Uh, you'll have some nice series that'll go. You won't have usually when you have some teams that are head and shoulders above. You'll have a couple like first round sweeps or but looking like it's a lot of parity out there. So I mean, a lot of these series are gonna go. They're gonna they're gonna go all five or all seven. You know what I mean? And that makes for good TV. That makes the league a lot more entertaining when you have parity. Um, Somebody said Nets or Phoenix. I can see that. I can see that. Matter of fact, I can see that being the finals. I can see that being the finals, and if that's the finals, whoo, man, that'll be a whole lot of firepower. That'll be a whole lot of firepower, and I definitely tune in to watch that for sure. If that ends up being the finals, you have Devin Booker and you got CP3, and then they got the Phoenix, man, the Suns got a whole bunch of shooters, man, and that they are so fun to watch. They are so fun to watch, man. You know, I, with me, the NBA is, I kind of have my teams that I like to watch just because they're entertaining, and Phoenix is one of them. Like they move the ball, and they play with pace, and they can shoot. Um, CP3 just runs that team, really, really good. Um, they're one of my favorites to watch. Just on pure entertainment value. They're who I like to watch. So, um, man, if that matchup happens, that would be dope. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Vale. Yeah, yeah, Drummond Drummond actually does fit with them. That was really surprising to see. Um, you know, yeah, he does fit, and that's what they need. They got the scorers, so they need some cats that can play without the ball. So Drummond does fit that. He can clean up on the boards, and you know what I mean. Uh, yeah, he fits real well. That's what I was also saying about Ben Simmons. I feel like he fits as well because he doesn't, with them, he doesn't have pressure to score. No pressure to score. He can just do everything else. He can do the dirty work, and he can do that. So I'm interested to see him whenever he comes back. Um, how they plug him in, and how he can make them better, because I do believe he'll make them better. I think you know uh, he'll remind NBA fans of why he's an all-star level player. And I think people forget. They got caught up in the drama of Ben Simmons and forgot about the actual talent of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons played very well. And Ben Simmons played very well a lot of times when Embiid was out, which a lot of people forgot. Embiid was dealing with a lot of injuries before. There was a lot of times he was on the sideline, and Ben Simmons was carrying that team. Um, yeah, yep. Seth Curry's another. I was surprised, man. I don't know what Philly was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking, man. Throwing him in, like you don't give up shooters. Like, how you gonna give up a shooter in a shooting league? That didn't even make no sense. Like, that's why to me the Nets, won that series. Like, they won that series, man. I mean, they won that trade easily. You throw him in, like you basically put the Nets, you know, on a path to win a title. And I'll say it till the cows come home about Harden. Philly's not going to win with Harden. Nobody's going to win with Harden. Like, Harden is just one of them players. Like, Harden is the type of player, he going to get you some stats. He going to wow you a lot of nights. You'll be like, man, you know what I mean? Like Harden got 35. And but other than that, when it comes down to it, Philly ain't gonna win with him, and they gonna, he's gonna move on again. He's gonna move on again. Yeah, you you could not trade him to the Nets. Like, how you gonna trade a shooter to a team that got KD and man, crazy. But you know, Philly owner, he had laser focus on Harden. So he was like, man, give them what they want. Like, I want Harden. So when you got tunnel vision, shout out to Mike Henderson, tunnel vision. Uh, yeah, when you got tunnel vision, that's what you do, man. You do whatever to get the player you got your eye on, and that's all he did. So it's crazy. But we're in April, or we're close to April. You know what I mean? So playoffs will be coming up shortly, man. We'll see how it all play out, and I'll be tuned in to see, man. It should be the playoffs should be real interesting, man. Look like we coming up on 8 o'clock, man. So I'll close it out. Um, just want to say again, thanks to everybody that tuned in, uh, rocking with me, especially in my boy J Jack absence, man. So I had to carry the ball a few extra times. I'm usually sharing carries with my backfield mate, but had to take all the carries this week. You know what I mean? The boy got to sit in the hot tub now. So, man, appreciate it, Bill. Man, and I appreciate everybody else that tuned in, man, that shot me some comments. Um, we appreciate y'all always, supporting us. Man, look for us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And man, we'll rock out then. Until then, Sports Talk Live is out.